Alrighty then, well, I guess we shall continue our investigation here, ladies and gents. And it seems that Sakura asked Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro to meet with her in the rec room at noon at the time of her death. So I wonder what this is all about. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Okay, well I guess that means we should ask Byakuya? Let's see... What do you want? You're bothering me. Just answer me this question. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Okay. So he says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? I do wonder about that. Is that the truth? Is that the truth, Byakuya? Say it! Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. You know, fine, just get out of my way. Okay, thanks. No need to thank him, just fuck him, just get out of here. Kyoko, what do you have to say? But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
It's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? Maybe it was by surprise. I mean... They must have taken her by surprise, right? Yeah, I'm thinking the same way, but how? Certainly, they would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. So it could be a surprise attack slash assassination. Okay then. Well, is there anybody else over here? Apparently not. Okay, well. Apparently Hiro and Jill are just out there doing anything else. We already know who did it!
I won't forgive you.
Okay. The fact that she asked those three to meet with her, it just baffles me. I have to confirm with the others. Okay, well, I don't know. I guess we shall check some stuff over here. We can check the blood over here. Is this blood? Well, actually, hold on. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. Oh, those are shattered glass. Because I was about to say, I thought that that blood was pink in this. No, those are shards of glass. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Hey! Congratulations, Makoto! You figured out that at first it was a bottle! Wow, you definitely deserve the Novice Detective Award. Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure? What? With a chess piece? It's a Monokuma figure. Huh. I wonder what this thing does here. Did Monokuma leave that thing there? Or it could be from over here! Look at this! There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how did they get those figures inside the bottles? That's a pretty good question, but I don't think that we need to answer it right now. It's like one of the... Or, I don't know, I mean... It's no different from your standard chip in a bottle. Yeah, I was thinking the same way. I was thinking of shipping a bottle, but you can make shapes inside the bottles piece by piece, but what about the Monokuma figure? Can you make that piece by piece? Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
In other words...
Well, surely. So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Okay. So it seems that a Monokuma bottle has broken. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of these things, little by little. So it would seem that that the killer could have used the bottle to hit Sakura in the head. It could be that. The Monokuma bottle is sitting on a shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Oh, it seems that Makoto has something here, ladies and gents! Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? Hey, congratulations. Piece by piece, we are getting through this. The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. It could be. It could surely be. So... well, what about this? What is this? This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
Huh? That's a...
Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well...
Oh, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little.
So you gave that candy to Sakura?
I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like him. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them.
Okay. You really like them that much?
Cause, I mean...
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one of herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their favor.
Oh. No, the candy has lost its flavor too. Hina. Polka dot candy wrapper. Alrighty then, so Hina gave Sakura a candy, a polka dot candy. Well, that's interesting. I do wonder what that has to do with the investigation, what it has to do with the crime. We do have bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? The magazine shelf bloodstain. Interesting. Interesting. What about this? That same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Okay, well, I guess there's nothing special up there. You look at this. Look at all those like handprints over here. There's no denying it. Somebody was inside. Huh? The locker's open. The locker's open. And there on the inside, it's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker, and it left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding in here in the locker, and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locker room was opened, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group. Okay, so I guess we're gonna go with that, about the confusion of when we entered and somebody might pop in like that. So it could be that somebody was hiding in the locker over there, took the bottle and hit Sakura in the head. But what about the bloodstain?
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not?
Hey.
Think back, before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point. Huh. Pretty interesting. Kyoko scores once again. It seems that, well, if the killer wasn't inside there when the door was locked, where was he hiding? Was he hiding somewhere? The killer could have hidden, like, behind the chair, but I think that everybody would have found out that by now. So,
Indeed.
could it be that the killer wasn't inside when we broke inside? So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? Was it there from the beginning? Like, could it be from something completely different? I don't know. Oh, would you look at that? What is this? This is completely new. There are a bunch of glass. There's Proteinzyme X. Look at this. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. I'm sorry. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. Oh my god. Here we go again with chemistry stuff. I hate that. I hate crimes that involve poison / chemicals and such. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. Like the last murder mystery book that I read had this once again, and I wasn't really fond of that book. So she must have gotten this from the chem lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is?
Hey.
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be part of the window I broke to get inside.
Correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Huh. I see. Why does that matter? Think, Makoto, think!
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it will become an important clue later on. It surely matters. An important clue? I'm not sure I see how. Oh, you will understand soon enough. Well, I mean, I don't know what the meaning of this... Like, I don't know what this means exactly. I do have a theory, but... I guess we shall leave it at that. Okay. What else? We cannot even check the pool. Maybe there's something hidden in the thingies over there, but apparently not. Okay, so we checked the empty locker. I do wonder. What about... oh, we should probably check the chair. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so he couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. Unless we're talking about a sentient being over here. The chair can move by itself. The chair was the murderer. Or it could be that this was all done by the evil burger? The evil burger was the murderer! Oh no! We're never gonna find the truth. In other words, there's no reason to think that the chair had anything special done to it. Okay. So... it wasn't a mechanism of some sorts. Then what could it be? Can we actually check the door right over here? This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window. Which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt that the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Well, okay. Well, we do know that the killer wasn't inside... Actually, hold on. Let's go back to when we thought that the killer was inside the locker. If the killer was inside the locker, he would have had to hit the Sakura in the head. Then the killer would have had to lock the door using the chair. But then, where would he had hidden himself in? Since we already know that that Kyoko said that the killer couldn't have been inside the locker. But if it wasn't inside the locker and he wasn't in the room, then how in the world did the chair get shoved in the door that way? Kyoko, do you have anything else to say?
Hey.
Strong in body, mind, and spirit. Okay, I wonder, did something get... Okay, well, we already seen everything from right over here. The clock? It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon. So roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving Alter Ego? Hey, it kinda seems that way. Wait, we moved the Alter Ego at noon? Just at the same time? Okay. Well, what else do we have? I mean, well, of course, the body. I forgot. I checked like everything besides the body. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. What a great detective I am, right? I would have just left the room without checking the body first. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. Could it be that she got hit in the head and then she coughed blood because of that? I don't think that would be possible. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Okay, I see now. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Well, that's what I was thinking, but is it really possible? Not a chance. Oh, here comes Byakuya once again. Oh boy. Let's put like a sigh slash grunt counter in the corner somewhere once again, just like in his social links. Just to do it. Just for shits and giggles. Okay, what do you want, Byakuya? Byakuya. Even Makoto is like, Byakuya. However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting occasion. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yes, my master. I'm like that detective apprentice over here, following Kyoko's order slash doing my first simulation of detective stuff. Makoto is becoming a detective himself. Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then,
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave because of Byakuya,
listen to
that asshole. Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. Oh! So it seems that Kyoko is entrusting me with the investigation here. She's decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. Well, I guess so. The closer our relationship, the pushier she becomes. But she's right, I do have to talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. I guess Kyoko deciding on guard duty because of Byakuya was just so that Makoto would do the whole job himself. I guess Kyoko wants a little bit of a break here. Well, I doubt that would be just stupid. But yeah, I guess Kyoko would wouldn't trust Byakuya wouldn't trust Makoto with this. Sakura wanted to meet with the other 2 people. I need to hear what they have to say. Okay, well, I guess that's enough investigating over here. It has been like 20 minutes investigating that room. I wonder how much investigating we're gonna be doing in this. Those other 2 people probably went back to their rooms. Okay, well, I guess so. I guess we shall check on... oh, okay, let's check on Hiro's room. We shall totally check on Hiro's room, and I think that Hiro's room was somewhere right over there. And then there's Hifumi's room over there. My lovable vampire kid! I wouldn't consider you one of the best characters, but gosh, I miss you. I miss you in your shenanigans, your 2D anime rage. Okay. Hiro! I have something to ask you. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior? Sir! I pressed the doorbell. You have some explaining to do here, Hiro. And that for a few seconds.
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah. I need to talk to you. I want to talk to you about Ogre. Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How did you know about that?
Could it be?
You cannot fool me, Hiro. I know that you met with Sakura at noon. Well, not really, but he knows about this. Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? Yes, I use my yokai spiritual powers over here. I am Gashatukuru. But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Yeah, I know. It was you, Toko, and Byakuya. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. Okay, so we know that what Hina said and Byakuya is actually true, it seems. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note.
How about that?
She gave it to me on person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. You are definitely suspicious over here, Hiro. I know that you did nothing wrong in chapter 3, but you are one of the most suspicious people in this chapter. What do you have to say? So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
the last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore. Alright, Hiro, up the wall with you. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh? It's the polka dot candy wrapper. Huh? What? Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey,
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. It's not just a piece of trash. That is evidence, Hiro. And you know something here, and you're not gonna tell me. Tell me the truth, Hiro. Trash?
what?
Anyway, I can deny that ogre asked me to meet with me, but I never went. Oh, you're telling lies here, Hiro. I know that you did it. So, excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. You cannot hide from me forever. You cannot hide forever, Hiro. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Yeah, sure do. The pocket trash has been added to the truth blitz. Well, I guess that was that with Hiro. What about the Toga / Jill right over here? Alright. Hello, Togo.
Who's there?
Ah, the most negative aura I ever felt. Ah, God. You still haven't showered? My lord. You're still... You stink. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slid it out into the hallway. In the hall.
What do you want?
Well, what do you want? You said you wanted to talk to me about something?
I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
But
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. And Hina said that Sakura wanted to meet with you and Hiro. So you cannot hide the truth, Toko.
What? She wanted to meet with my master too? Oh, I had just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious. Huh.
Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it?
I admit, I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go.
Toko learns she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Yeah, it seems that everybody is saying that they've never went and saw Sakura. I don't know. I cannot really trust Hiro and Toko. I cannot really trust Byakuya either. Though out of all people, I would understand if Byakuya never went to see Sakura because she's such a coward, and that would be just a stupid idea for him to see Sakura. Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. I can't say that accepting it as fact is a good idea.
Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room.
With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. And there's it. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? That is indeed a good question. I mean, we checked with Toko, we checked with Hiro, we checked on... we checked the crime scene. I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. Oh. Well, that certainly sucks. We're gonna have to investigate the chemicals. So, where should I start? Well, might as well just go to the chemistry lab. Might as well just do that, get that out of the way. Cause I certainly don't really like to, but I guess I have to, don't I? Alright, where is the chemistry lab? I guess it's right over there. And did I see it just correctly? Is Byakuya right over here? I think I saw Byakuya inside over here. God dang it. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Well, of course. I'm not that stupid. Just make sure you don't get in my way. No, you just make sure that you don't get in my way. I'm the one investigating over here. Yeah, I got it. No, you didn't get it. Fuck him. I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir, I understand. Ah, you fucking douchebag. Fucking ass. Okay, let's check on some stuff over here. Can I check? We have some footprints over here. And a broken glass over here. Huh, interesting. It seems so. This isn't my first time seeing the show, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. Okay, I guess now we're able to check on this stuff. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Alright, well. Let's check the footprints first. These are footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer? Oh, you gotta be. I was about to say, I guess Makoto knows the song and dance, but because he said that, he... With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. Oh, fine. Well, let's go, chop chop. Fuck you. Okay. So I got to work, and before long, I drawn up a sketch of the room. This isn't even this is just funny over here. Just every single time Byakuya just says stuff like that. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me?
I see.
Just don't comment on it. So, when you look at it like this, interesting. Naturally, it would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly
Makoto.
possible.
Are they yours? Well, now he's blaming Makoto. Look at this. No!
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. Putting me on the spot, eh? Well, what about you? Are these your goddamn footprints? I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. Just a motherfucking bastard. There. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big, and it smells quite badly. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. There, now you're happy? Well, actually, he's not happy because it wouldn't be me. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. Well, they surely are a valuable clue, but just like in many cases, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're talking about a killer right over here. Check. I guess I should check the bottle here. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. With a skull on it. Would you like to hear something interesting? No, I don't want to hear something interesting from you. Except I have to. I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
So in other words...
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Somehow, in some way, it is true. What else? We can check the chemical right over here. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. Sniff it. Taste it. It'll feel really, really good for you, Makoto. I should probably take a good hard look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to been spilled right around the time of the incident. So it could be that that the killer checked the shelf and spilled that. I guess so. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints in the powder has been added to the True Bullets section of your handbook. Okay. What about okay, we can check each shelf over here. Let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving with unit section A. Huh? But wait. There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? Actually, hold on, let me just see about this. So, there are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C. Could someone have put it here on accident? I guess that shouldn't be here? I mean, how do you know that, Makoto? So, on this shelf is... It looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They are reagents. Put simply, they are used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. I guess so. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be a bliss. Isn't that kinda harsh? What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? Well, I mean, it has, but...
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. Well, I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the show. Just ignore what the Byakuya has to say and just continue your investigation.